Hello, I'm doing some video requests, so getting caught up here. So this one's from Stevie. And he goes, video request, hey Kyle, what's up from the other side of the country? I know you have done many a video on gay marriage, but this is a little different. The first transgender homecoming queen was crowned recently in Huntington Beach, and as great as that is for the LGBT community, she has had lots of deconstructive criticism. What are your thoughts, beliefs, and expand this comment. Geez, dude, that's a new. They used to put the entire comment on there. Changing so fast. Okay, that threw me. What are your thoughts, beliefs, personal experiences with the gay community? Have they been good memories? Have you ever questioned your sexuality? And if so, do you believe sexual orientation such as bisexual, pansexual, gay, or straight is a choice? And what should the world do to reach a higher unity of acceptance, starting with sexuality to actual equality and acceptance of others? Thanks, man. Have a great day and nice pad, man. Congratulations. Peace. Hey, Stevie, that's an interesting question. It's definitely good to talk about homosexuality because those are some of the people who are very persecuted, kind of like stoners. Let's see. So let's just do the questions one by one. Yeah, first transgender homecoming queen was about, and then there's lots of deconstructive criticism. So what are my thoughts, beliefs, and personal experiences with the gay community? Okay, my thoughts about the gay community. I don't have a whole lot of experience with the gay community. I'm gonna have to keep my glasses on though so I can read that. Well, generally, my general, emotions regarding the gays, first impression is that gays are gays. I mean, you would think that people who are suppressed would band together, like black people band together, call each other brother and stuff. And so, if you're walking down and you got long hair and a beard, a black person would smile at you more than if you're short hair because they would think that you're an outcast stoner and they're outcast black, so you band together and kind of stuff. And I've kind of experienced that with black people a little bit, from when I had that hair and stuff. Now, as far as gays, having, some kind of camaraderie with, a stoner, for example, oppressed people. I don't really feel that way towards gays. I kind of feel like if you're gay, that doesn't automatically mean that you're going to support minorities. You're going to, care about other, people more, but I don't really have any real reason for that. Just how I feel. My experiences. My cousin is gay. He's my mom's brother's son, and I visited him back in 2007 in LA for 6 days because I had to go there to sign divorce papers with my wife because at the Chilean consulate, and they only have 2 Chilean consulates in America. One night I hung out with he and all his gay friends, and he had one gay friend who was totally hitting on me, and I got really drunk, and he was totally gay. This guy, his friend, was totally gay, one of those totally gay dudes. You can tell they're gay from a long ways away, and he was pulling my dick out of my pants all night long, and which I let him do because I was hanging out with a bunch of gays, and I'm in LA, dude. When you're in LA, you gotta be called crazy. And I was talking to these chicks for a little bit, and I was like, "Are you lesbians?" And they're like, "We don't know yet. We're trying to decide." And then he comes up, he's like, "Get away from him. He's mine." He grabs me, and then I remember at one other time, this gay dude came up to me and he was all talking to me and he's all grabbing my ass and squeezing my ass the entire time, and I was like, my impression. Oh, and I've had gay dudes grab my dick a bunch of times, dude. This Australian guy kept trying to do it. This Australian cop who I was like partying with him because it was his birthday. and and then who else? Some like Guatemalan dude on some lake. I was just about to jump off a cliff, and he runs up to me. And he's like, "Hey!" And he like grabs my dick. He was totally flavor gay. And then this other dude, oh yeah, did in Argentina, dude. I was like really sick, and I went to the hospital because I had an asthma, and I was like dying of asthma. I can't go to Buenos Aires. If I go there, I'll die. Like I literally can't live there. I'd be dead if I had to live there. And and I was in an IV and everything, and he fucking grabs my dick, dude, like within the IV, fucking little fucking. Like I didn't say anything. I should have busted him though. And then I think this other dude in Chile tried to do that too on a bus. He was like hitting on my friend and I. But nothing like that's ever happened in America. So my impression of gay dudes is that they're like crazy fucking horny, dude. Like if I was gay, oh my god, I could get laid all the time. So, okay, my beliefs about gays. Well, that was my personal experience with the gay community. My belief about gays. Well, I think that you're gay because it's kind of like you're the opposite sex, in your body. Your soul is tending towards that sexuality. I think overall, in the grand scheme of things, we're all equal parts male and female. But when you live in short lives as a human and an animal and stuff, the sexes are so opposite and so different that like living life after life is kind of like living in your day after day. You live and then you go to sleep, and then you live and then you go to sleep. And so like, just like in your life, you don't wake up one morning and you're this kind of a person, like you like to drink tea and then the next day you're coffee, changes come slowly and stuff. So day after day, you have a certain personality, you have certain likes and all this kind of stuff, and it changes. So same thing with the lives, life after life. You're not going to be like one life man, one life woman, one life man. You would be like man, 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 woman, 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 woman. And one psychic told me once that like lives in terms of like things you're interested in, and I'm talking about what sex you are and stuff, but that stuff you're interested in, like jobs, for example. You'd have like 4 lives. So like you'd have 4 lives in the same kind of, say, archetype personality, like teacher, and then you would go 4 lives as a leader, 4 lives as the medicine man, 4 lives as the joker, 4 lives, you know what I mean? So, but as far as sexuality, I think you go a lot more than 4 lives. Like I can't, I have lots of past life memories. That's another video, but I don't have any memories of being a woman, and I don't remember ever having any reason to be a woman. So I think it's been a long time since I was a woman, and I think it'll be a long time until I'm a woman again. But maybe that'd be another video, like predicting like my female past lives and future lives. That'd be interesting. But so anyway, I think that's what gayness really is. It's like somebody who's making the switch, and this is like their first life as the next sex, as a different sex for a long time, and so they're and then they come into this world, and like normally in a like a, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like say it's gays that they're sick or unnatural or anything, but I think like you can create more gays. You can exasperate it, for better or for worse, you can encourage somebody to be gay. Like if you're in a situation where, say, you have a very female soul inside of a male's body, and you're raised by a bunch of women, that'll make you even more gay, more woman inside of yourself, and then you'd actually make you gay. But to keep it simple, I think that, and also, if you're in a society where all the sexual, traditions from all the different, jobs and all that kind of stuff is kind of getting shuffled around like it is now, it can cause a little bit of confusion, and that could cause people to be even more gay than whereas normally in a normal situation, they would just be very effeminate, but they wouldn't be gay. But to keep it simple, I think that people are gay because they're like women inside men's bodies, pretty much, and so, or men inside of women's bodies, and And when people try to become transgender, I think one thing about transgender is you can, reasons for doing things, there's lots of reasons for doing stuff, okay? Now, one reason for transgender is basically to help shake up the consciousness of all the other people in the world, to open people's minds to the fact that our souls are all transgender, and we're transgender, you know? You can be one life man, one life woman, you know, as I've been explaining. And so you can make the switch from one life to the next, but you can also make the switch within your own life. And so they can act as like inspirers for other people to make huge switches within their own lives. I think we're living in a world right now where we need to make huge leaps of consciousness, leaps of faith, trust, love, understanding, you know, like a whole new level. And so a good way to do that is to, you know, enter your life maybe in a super like closed-minded setting, and then you and you know, when you're a child, you believe all these things like, you know, everybody's going to burn in hell if you don't take Lord and Savior Jesus as your personal Savior and stuff, and just crazy like archaic ideas that we've held for such a long time, and you would actually believe that because your parents did when you're a child, and then you wake up and you get smart and you realize how it really is. So that's a huge leap in consciousness, and so a lot of people need to be making that huge leap in consciousness, and we can all do it with all this explosion of the internet, like huge explosion of information now. A lot of people need to know that it's okay and possible to make huge changes. And so these transgender people are like the ultimate example of making a huge change within your own life. And so I think I think God's will is to you know, the natural order or Tao of things is to have all these people, all these souls go make this conscious decision before they come into this life, when they're still connected to their higher selves and they're wise, and they can see the big picture of all their lives, you know, because when you're dead, you can remember you can see all your lives and everything. And so they go, you know what, in this life, I'm going to be one of these people who inspires everybody. I'm going to go transgender. I'm going to go in and I'm a woman. I'm going to go into the world, begin as a man, and I'm going to turn into a woman. And just to, you know, show acceptance to everybody, and to also experience both sexes. You know, I mean, there's definitely a lot to be said for people who want to have lots of different experiences. You know, that's why people travel. That's why people hang out with lots of different people, and so you want to be able to see all the different sides of things. And so somebody who's transgender really does know what it's like to be man and woman. You know, and they don't have to remember their past life and these ephemeral past life memories and all that. Like, they actually know what it's like to be man and woman because they have been a man and woman in this life, and then they can like show everybody, you know, how it is to be both sexes and express both ways of being, and it's interesting to see how you can actually, you know, you can make that sex change. You take the hormones and you can actually do it, you know. I was on Yahoo the other day, and somehow I stumbled upon, there's this like story about this girl who used to be a barmaid. And this a lot of girls do this. This is kind of like, you know, like female bodybuilders who take steroids. That's a very mild form of sex change, because what happened with this girl was, and she didn't intend it at the beginning, but you want to get really muscular. So she started working out, and she started taking steroids, which is like male hormones, because it has lots of testosterone, right? I think. Anyways, it made her voice really deep. She started growing facial hair. She grew a strong jawline. She grew hair on her back, and her clitoris grew up to a whole inch with foreskin that you could pull back. She grew a dick by taking steroids. And so it's like she was turning into a man. And she was saying that if she wanted to become a woman again, and like, you know, she regretted it. She wished she was a woman. She didn't know it was going to happen. But if she was going to become a woman again, she would have to go through hormone changes, hormone treatment, just like what men do to become women. And she didn't have the money for that. And so she was like, fuck it, I'll just keep taking the steroids and keep getting big, because it's too late now and whatever. I like being big anyway. And so, so these like steroid women who don't turn me on at all, although they interest me. I like seeing how strong they are, and they're fucking strong. Like bench pressing 275, like 6 reps and stuff. Like big men, you know, because they're basically like men. But it's an interesting, and I don't think, and a lot of these women are straight up lesbians, dude. Like those bodybuilder chicks who take the steroids and stuff and have the big old clits. I mean, they love each other. Because like I like looking at naked like muscle girls and stuff. I'm not sexually attracted to the super muscle ones. I like the CrossFit type of chicks. So like, anyways, so anyways, my point is like, there's just lots of different shades of bisexuality or whatever, metrosexuality, all that kind of stuff. Personal experience. Okay, have they been good memories? Good memories. Well, yeah, they're good memories because it's experiencing a different kind of person, and any kind of memory where you experience another kind of person is a good memory. So, have you ever questioned your sexuality? Sitting around thinking whether I'm not like imagining myself like kissing a guy. Yeah, of course. I've sat around imagining. I sit around and question everything and think about it, every kind of situation, and maybe this, maybe that. And when I do sit around and think about like kissing a guy, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. It freaks me out. It makes me feel unnatural. Makes me feel. It does not give me a boner. If I had to do it, I would much rather do it with a good-looking guy than like an ugly dude. But no. The best way to question my sexuality, like I said, is to look into my past lives and try to identify myself as a woman, and which I can't really do, And I think I'm not, I think it's been a long ass time since I was a woman. I think I'm like a man's man, you know what I mean? Like I can't really empathize with women. I don't even really like women, I don't like being around them. I don't relate to them at all. So, on an intellectual level. So, yeah, I'm like straight as an arrow, dude. I am, but I'm totally like sexually attracted to women, like crazy. Like every kind of woman gives me a boner, man. Kinds of women I like. Well, actually, here. Oh my God, I almost forgot to talk about this. Like I was talking before, the muscle women and stuff. I like strong women, like physically strong women. That turns me on sexually. But not the ones that look like men. Like the CrossFit chicks, that turns me on, like a super strong CrossFit chick, or even like a skinny girl who's strong physically, like who can ride a bike or run really fast. That turns me on. I like strong women. And I like women who have muscle tone, like the CrossFit girls. A lot of people think that's masculine. Having muscles is masculine. And so there could be an argument to say that I'm part bi in terms of liking women who are masculine. But I don't consider that masculine. I don't consider muscles masculine. Women have muscles, men have muscles. The only reason women have less muscles is they don't fucking work out, dude. I think women have just as much muscle tone and just as much strength as men. People say that women are pound for pound not as strong as men because they have the estrogen and men have the testosterone. And I think that's true but the only reason I believe this is because I know for a fact that women physically are, because of their estrogen and everything, like more copper in their muscles and everything, and men have more iron in their blood, is that women are more flexible. Now, if women are more flexible, they can't be just as strong because that would make it unfair, not a level playing field. So men aren't as flexible, but they're stronger. Women are more flexible, but they're not quite as strong. Now, I don't know the percentage, but I don't think it's that much, because you see women be really strong. And so I think it's negligible. It's not that important. And so I think that basically, muscle tone and everything, the only reason women don't have as much muscle tone is because they just don't take care of their bodies as well as men do. You go into a fucking gym, hands down, it's 10 to 1, dude. 10 dudes, fucking 1 woman lifting weights. The women are on the treadmill and doing the yoga. So if you don't lift weights ever, you're not going to have muscle tone, dude. If women lifted as much weights as men, they'd have just as much muscle tone. So, I don't think that makes me bi or gay or anything by liking women with muscle. It just makes me like, it makes me not a sexist, basically. That's what it makes me. So yeah, I'm straight as an arrow, dude. Because I'm totally sexual attracted to women. Although I get like big boner with really tall girls, and especially really tall, really big, strong girls. You know. Now, why is this? I was actually talking about this in my roommate yesterday. Well, in the past, giant women and men lived amongst normal men and women, like the part aliens, part Anunnaki and stuff, and they were having sex with human beings, and I think mostly it was male aliens having sex with human females. So it's like 8 foot tall men having sex with like 5 foot tall women. But and the women weren't really all that into men. For example, when Athena was caught skinny dipping by a human man, she would kill him. It didn't turn her on at all. So I learned this in high school in mythology class. So, but I mean, I think the alien women would have sex with the men every once in a while, and who are a lot littler than them. So maybe in the past life I was a human who was fucking big giant alien women, and because they're hot, right, and they're spandex and everything, and so maybe that's just a holdover from that, or maybe it's me, maybe it's my whole own soul trying to bring women up to the level of men in terms of physical fitness and all that kind of stuff. But also, I get sexually turned on by like self-made rich women. I mean, not because they buy me shit, but because it makes me feel like when I'm with them, like, oh, they're strong, they're, like they can support me, like I don't think that's, like, so who's paying for it or anything, like, if women trying to get men to pay for everything for them, it's like, you're a fucking asshole, But if like a woman's paying for me, it's like, finally, I mean, like if we're going to make the man and women at the same level, you can't like make men, pay women more money, just as much money as men, but still have men paying for everything for the women, it has to, if the women are good, and I think women should make as much money as men, but if women make as much money as men, why the fuck should men pay for everything for the women? You know what I mean? So, anyways, so let's see here. Have you ever questioned your sexuality? So that's me questioning my sexuality. It's about the extent of that. And if so, do you believe sexual orientation such as bisexual, pansexual, gay, or straight is a choice? Okay, bisexual is when you like both. Now, as far as my opinions on the percentages, well, when I was hanging out with my cousin, I picked up a gay magazine, and it said that like 69% of the men in San Francisco are gay. But then I listened to a statistic that like overall 6% of the people are gay, and some like Irish girl when I was in Athens said that she heard that 30% of people are gay. So my opinion would be like 30% of women are either gay or bi. 6% of the overall population is either gay or bi. And as far as men, probably 1% of men are gay. That's just my opinion. Overall, in the whole world. And then pansexual, I don't even know what pansexual means. Does that mean that you like men, women, and then also those muscle chicks who are like half man and half woman? Gay, straight. Do you think it's a choice? I think it's a choice on a soul level, but I don't think it's a choice on like an earth level. Like if somebody's born, you can't remember your past lives, you can't remember the agreement you made before you were born here, and you're gay or straight or whatever. No, it's not a choice, dude. You're either gay or you're straight, man. And that's what these assholes, these idiots, actually I'm not going to even call them assholes, I'm going to call them idiots, these morons, these people with weak brains, young souls, raised by morons, think that it's a choice. It's not a choice. I mean, if you really want to force yourself, you could force yourself to not be gay, but you should be who you are, dude. I remember one fundamentalist Christian, because these guys were trying to convert me and we're talking to him, and one guy said that becoming a Christian made him not gay, like he was going to be gay and that saved him from being gay. Yeah, so anyways, hopefully he can be gay again, because if he's gay, he's gay. He should just be gay. So yeah, no, it's not a choice. And what should the world do to reach a higher unity of acceptance, starting with sexuality or actual equality and acceptance of others. I think the world should start to accept people who are not like you across the board. So, for example, if you don't like to smoke weed and you're a fucking raging alcoholic and you're taught to hate the stoners, well, try to like stoners, dude. You know what I mean? If you were raised to not like Mexicans, you should try to make a Mexican friend. You try to make those bridges between people who aren't like you. Try to hang out with people who aren't like you. And it starts with the little things, and try to and take pride in hanging out with lots of different people. Like if you're a multimillionaire, brag about how one of your best friends is a homeless person. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have any money. You don't give him money, but you hang out and you take him out to eat or whatever. But you just hang out with different kinds of people. And of course also talk about it. Like do YouTube and share yourself on YouTube, and don't get all butthurt if somebody calls you like an idiot or whatever. Just share and talk and spread positive energy, and have faith that the world's turning into a better place, and then it'll help everybody believe it and make it happen. And so, yeah, it comes with sexuality, or, what drug you want to take, or what race you are, or, what age you are, what sex you are, everything, So it's all the same, part of the same thing. Thanks, man, and have a great day. Nice peg. Congratulations. Peace. Well, thank you, and thanks for the request. That was a good one. Peace out.